you can watch it for free. You don't have to pay like extra
Right, yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Because I ended up paying for Tenet earlier today.
Oh.
Oh, you saw it, Matt?
He got Tenet on Vudu recently.
Yeah, and then that Lupin movie isn't being released on video for like another month, so I got it digitally as well.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you live streaming, Arturo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Decided. What's up, Matt? Right.
Hi.
Yeah, so it's a bit different without Corey, just because he's the 80s buff person.
He is the 80s buff.
He's so rocking that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and start. So another episode of Rocking the 1980s. So this time we're talking about 1981, and there's a lot to talk about this year. I mean, you had some, I guess you could say, a lot of blockbusters this year. Definitely. Let's see. I actually have a list.
Yeah, I'm looking through a list of movies that came out in 1981, and I recognize quite a few of them, actually.
So I know to start this year off with a bang is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Who could go wrong with that? Mm-hmm. So this film comes out. It's a big success. Actually, on Wikipedia, it is ranked number 1
for the whole year.
When it comes to the box office gross.
Well, I believe it. I remember how big it was, and I didn't even go see it in theaters, or have a TV at the house at the time.
And we've mentioned this before, but for this episode, I guess you could say it changed the formula for an action adventure set in the 1930s. It was something different when it came to the religious side of things, the Ark and historical villains like the Nazis. And then you have the main character that's an archaeologist. I mean, I kind of wonder if that made a lot of people interested in archaeology when that film came out.
Yeah, I believe I heard that it did. And the thing is that the actual field of archaeology is nowhere near as glamorous or exciting.
No, I mean,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, I guess for some people, if it's a passion, then
for sure. Yeah. I mean,
but with Indiana Jones, let's just say, would you consider this the start of a character that's really lucky to survive some of the worst events in this film? Let's see. Well, he obviously, the big thing, he survives getting bashed by a big ball.
Yep, that big ball
from that famous scene. He survives the natives there that try to kill him. He like crazy stuff. He survives being trapped by snakes in that place, and then he survives getting shot at.
Oh, he survives a whole bunch of stuff.
I know, but it's like what do they call it? All right, I'm kind of comparing Vash to Stampede. He has luck on his side.
No.
Karma?
Is that what it's called?
But karma.
No, it would be karma.
Karma is like what comes back around to you based on things that you've done in the past.
Yeah, it would be the opposite, because he would be grave robbing if it was a karma situation.
Man,
oh yeah, that's right. Because he's going into all these places and getting.
Yeah, maybe it's sheer luck.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
Yeah,
sheer luck.
Dumb luck.
I feel like that may have been kind of the start, sort of like when it comes to adventure stories, so that he has sheer luck every time.
Well, he's also pretty clever, and he can figure his way out of a situation, kind of almost like a MacGyver type. Where he can sort of figure out based on what's around him how to get out of a perilous situation, and also the tools that he has at his disposal, his bullwhip, his gun, his knife, his knowledge of archaeology. Of archaeology. So,
and he's now become this famous, iconic character in the film industry.
Yep.
What do you guys have thoughts on Raiders of the Lost Ark? I mean, there's really not much to say. It is a perfect film.
Well, I'm sure there'd be people that would argue with you about that. There's some people that aren't super crazy about it, but overall, it's pretty popular. I think it's highly regarded as pretty groundbreaking for its time, just because of the formula that was followed and how that I think it was Steven Spielberg maybe that was talking in that video about the stunts that were made.
Oh,
he was talking about his inspiration for this type of movie that he was working on was those little serial movies, that they would show either weekly or daily. I don't know, like if it was on TV or if it was before the main movie or something like that. I don't know what those are called.
Wait, well, that was that was back then in the 80s.
Yeah, like from back in the way long ago time.
Like 30s and 40s. Serials.
Yeah,
Flash
those.
Gordon was one.
Yep, those types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I did hear that they took a lot of inspiration from those things back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I think what also made it very interesting is I like the title Raiders of the Lost Ark. You have Indiana Jones hunting for it. You've got people by his side helping him out, and then you have the Nazis on the other hand digging for it, or actually they're not really digging, they're forcing people to dig for it. They're just just a lot of good stuff about Indiana Jones.
Yep.
And it basically another part of making the 80s a great decade when it came to the film industry.
Got off to a good start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Matt Aaron, Matt Rice, do you have any thoughts about that film?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I like a lot of films from then, so I don't really have a lot of complaints.
I mean Matt loves all movies, so
yeah.
I was gonna say I've actually never seen it.
Oh,
yeah, because I'm not that old. I mean, not that. I was born that time.
I remember watching it.
Well, here's the thing. My
on
parents.
Sci-Fi.
I'll let Matt finish and I'll talk.
Sorry, I just remember watching it on Sci-Fi. Right when we moved to this house, or where I'm currently living. This is back in the 90s.
They had it on Sci-Fi? Well, I guess maybe they would, since the Ark is supposed to be sort of has these mystical powers and stuff. So I guess that makes sense. That was the first time you saw it?
I don't know if it was the first time. I may have seen it on VHS before that.
Oh, okay.
But I just remember being down in the basement. It was like the first summer we moved into that house and watching those movies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This brings back good memories then?
Yep.
Yeah. I can imagine that it would.
Yep.
So Matt Rice, what were you saying?
I was going to say my parents were more of a, hey, we're going to go to an amusement park type of thing than actually sit and watch TV.
Okay.
So we were more out and about than most people.
Yeah.
We were on trips regularly, so I didn't get to watch much TV when I was super young.
Yeah, that could be understandable.
Yeah, and that's was probably better for you too.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I get to share the memories. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be honest, probably better than being in the house all day. Just go outside.
Sitting, being sedentary.
Yeah, get vitamin D.
Yeah.
Nice for you. So yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark, a great film. Now I thought now they say here Superman 2 came out in 81, but I thought it came out in 1980.
No, I don't think so.
They say right here in 81.
Yeah,
unless it came
2.
out. Okay,
Superman
maybe
2
we did it.
came out. Yeah, it did. I'm looking at the top 10 highest grossing films of 81, and you are correct that Raiders of the Lost Ark was it. And Behind that was On Golden Pond, which was a drama movie, and then Superman 2 was the third highest grossing film of that year. Another high grossing film in the top 10 was a James Bond movie.
Oh, James, which one was that?
For Your Eyes Only. It was a Roger Moore James Bond movie.
Yeah, those came out in the 80s. Was that any good, Mom? I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
I mean, I liked it all right, but a lot of the James Bond movies, they're pretty formulaic. So they kind of run together. I couldn't tell you now what the plot of it was, even though I saw it on Pluto TV not long ago. But they're all kind of the same sort of thing.
Well, with the
most of them,
the 60s, the first Casino Royale movie was a comedy.
Yeah, and I have not seen that all the way through.
Yeah,
wasn't that a black and white?
No, it was color. And it followed more of the idea that, like, you would pass the title on.
You'd do what?
You would pass the name on.
Oh, okay.
So there's some jokes on that towards the end. Yeah, I think Woody Allen was also in it.
Okay, I definitely have not seen that.
Yeah.
I saw an older James Bond film that was playing on Pluto TV on the James Bond channel, but that was only like maybe 15 or 20 minutes long, and it was black and white. It didn't seem like a comedy.
The original like James Bond serials. I haven't seen those.
Okay.
I've heard of those.
Okay.
And then they started the actual main movies.
Okay, back in I don't remember what year the very first movie came out. 60 or 62 or.
I thought it was 61. I'm not sure.
61. I remember that it was early 60s.
Now, the exact year. This is weird, but I'm seeing that Halloween 2 came out in 81, and I thought it came out in 82. Why did I think 82?
I thought I remembered that it came out in 81 because, Halloween 2. It sure did.
Yeah, on the 30th of October.
Oh, did it? Okay, well, that was perfect.
That's what it's saying. Well, besides all the great stuff from the 80s, we could mention at least one of the bad films, and that is Halloween 2. Let's just say I liked the beginning part. The rest was not that great, because then it kind of got it started to do the slasher sort of deal.
Well, the ridiculous slasher sort of
deal.
But that's the 80s. It's
true. It's true. I mean, I like it just from the angle of it's an 80s horror, and I like 80s horror.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as a Halloween movie, it's not very good. So I kind of separate them. Like, I could watch it. I would actually probably watch it if it was playing and I'm going through the channels. I'd probably stop it and watch it just because it's 80s horror. But as part of the Halloween trilogy, or, like, let's say Halloween, Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O, I consider those a decent trilogy. It's not very... They started down that ridiculous pathway of him being pretty much unkillable and doing things that make no sense at all. Just walking through a glass door.
Oh, yeah. I do not get through. I mean,
I can't.
You've mentioned that. And then when I finally got to see that scene that you were talking about,
it's just... How
is that possible?
See, what happens when they go so over the top like that with horror movies is the bad guy loses a lot of their terror aspect. Like, you're not quite as afraid of him anymore because he's almost cartoony now.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I mean, I'm still scared of Michael Myers. He still gives me nightmares, but that's mostly because of the first Halloween movie, and where he was really terrifying, and he wasn't doing anything ridiculously superhuman. Yeah, he got shot and he fell off the thing from the house, but people can survive things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the other stuff that went on in the other films, like in Halloween 2 and 4, 5, and 6, it's just like, but by then they were turning him into a supernatural thing. And then, then it's like, he's not scary when it's supernatural. Come on.
I mean, he could have walked through the glass. They could have been faulty glass, and he was in shock from being shot and falling off the building, so he couldn't feel anything.
That's true. I could believe it more if it'd be like, hey, he was hopped up on PCP.
Yeah,
Then,
I mean,
I could believe
we don't know.
that a little more.
I mean, it was a hospital after all,
Yeah.
so you never know there.
Come on, Lena.
But yeah, not the best in the series. But have you guys heard of Ghost Stories? It came out on December 18th of that year.
I have. Did that have? Okay, tell me who it had in it.
John
Lemon.
Arvin, Lawrence D. Cohen.
Okay.
Cohen. Oh, screenplay.
Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Ghost Story.
In a small New
Fred
England.
Astaire. Yeah, I have heard of this.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with the anime that they did, like 2 decades later, where they just let the dubbing company do whatever they want with it.
Was this based on this same movie?
Nope. No, it was based on a Japanese story.
It's an anime.
Name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Ghost Story. I've even seen it here and there. I have a vague memory of what it's about. It's based on a book, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it is. Yeah, the writer's name is Peter Straub or Straub. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I definitely recognize his name. I've never read any of his books though.
Well, that came out in 1981, near the end of that year. Have you heard of Reds?
I have heard of Reds.
What? Okay, have you seen that one?
I may have seen it, but I don't completely remember. But I do recognize several other films in this list. Blowout is one of them.
Oh, so this is a Russian Revolution thing. I didn't know that. Interesting.
I'm trying to go down there.
Probably gonna have to check that one out. Buddy Buddy.
I don't recognize that one.
Dawn of the Mummy.
I don't recognize that one.
Oh, they're showing foreign films.
Oh, they're showing a bunch. They're showing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot here. Tattoo.
Don't think I've seen that. I mean, there's some that jump out at me as I'm looking, but there's just Blowout. I recognize Blowout. That's one of the big ones I recognized.
Who's that one about?
It's about it's actually a pretty decent horror movie. It has John Travolta in it and Nancy Allen. Nancy Allen played in RoboCop as the female cop partner. Anyway, John Travolta he's like a sound engineer type person, and he for like movies or something, and he's always I think he's like maybe recording sounds and listening back to sounds as he's doing his work. And during the course of his work, he realizes that, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I've seen the whole thing all the way through, he realizes that he has picked up the sound of a murder in his recordings.
Huh.
It was actually pretty. It was I never forgot it because I thought it was pretty decent.
Okay, that came out. Okay, that came out in '81, and
you have seen that playing before when I've had it on. You've come in.
That sounds familiar. Might have to watch that at some point.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Actually, there was another horror film that came out in '81, and that is Friday the 13th Part 2.
I think a lot of people consider that one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah. Corey, if he was here, he would talk about it. Sadly, he ain't. But yeah, he said he really liked this one more than the first one.
Yeah.
And usually that wouldn't be the case for most horror flicks.
Seems to me like that's probably one of those times where the sequel is actually maybe considered a little bit better than the original.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever, Mom or Matt, have you heard of The Howling?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't had a chance. Some of the older ones, it's a little hard with streaming, because if it's popular enough, they will charge like $2 or $3 extra
Oh.
to pay for it. Or
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
and if it's not my account, if it's my parents' account, I don't want to.
Oh no, Matt Rife.
I don't blame you.
Oh, so Corey's actually commenting. He's on break. Yeah, of course they're gonna comment on.
Okay. What has been
Friday? Yeah. Yes, Friday the 2nd.
Friday the 13th, Halloween 2, Friday the 13th Part 2, Halloween 2, Blowout, Ghost Story. Was there any other horrors that we talked? Yes.
In 81?
I knew he's confirming it. Yeah, in 81. We started off with Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders, and then we haven't mentioned anything with Superman 2 yet.
Yeah, we talked about Superman 2. That's right.
Corey, do you want me to try to invite you? I mean, I don't know how long
they're taking a break with the movie, I think.
Yeah.
I think there were a bunch of like superhero cartoons. I think like Spider-Woman came out in 81.
I think you're right.
And like some of the Spider-Man and Friends.
Yeah, Friends.
Wait, was that the one with the Human Torch?
Oh, actually,
Yes.
Spider-Woman came out in 79.
Yeah, but it carried onward
until 1980.
I saw something on Disney Plus where it said 81, so it may have been a different one, or
I don't know if there was more than one Spider-Woman.
The Burning.
Yeah, The Burning. That was one that we talked about before on one of our streams with Corey. Yeah, and that showed up in the list.
Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
For other films, have you seen Excalibur?
Scanners?
Yeah, I have that one.
You have Excalibur?
Yeah.
Mom, have you seen that one?
I have, but I don't remember very much about it at all.
It's pretty long. It's what?
Oh, really?
2.5, 3 hours.
Wait,
I may be getting that mixed up. I know it was longer than usual. I can check the length.
There was another Scream movie that came out, and that was in 1981.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was called Scream.
Whoa! Well, but Scream came out in '96. Unless this is
it was a different movie. Yeah, My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's when the original My Bloody Valentine came out. They've got it broken down by month, and they show here the genre of the film.
What about Eyes of a Stranger?
That sounds familiar to me. What is that about? Oh, wow. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Have you seen that movie?
It's not ringing a bell, but that doesn't mean I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't remember if I've seen it or not.
What about On the Right Track?
I don't recognize
some of these I haven't seen. Like, I feel like the only 81 film. Oh wait, what did Corey say? And the Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, it came out in 81. Right. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know much about that.
Yeah,
oh, you know that's great.
It's kind of a weird. It's like refresh my memory, but it seems to me that that's almost a little comedic.
The first one was more serious. The second one, which is technically a remake of the first one, is more comedic because I think they lost the rights to the first movie.
Oh, okay.
There's some weird stuff with it where they lost the rights to one, and then with the show, they lost the rights to, I think it was Army of Darkness or something. So they could only mention certain things in passing.
Okay.
And Evil Dead's one of the ones where I think it got like an NC-17 or an X rating originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, this was before 13.
There is
it was
before the PG-13 rating. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the first one would be R. I mean, it was originally R, but then there's more content. There's a not rated version that has more stuff in it.
Okay.
Let me see. There was some Eyewitness.
That sounds familiar.
Also, The Evil Dead is a great family film.
Yeah, I knew you would say that.
It's not. I've actually seen it.
I know.
Surprisingly.
Okay.
I mean,
Anytime he says something is a great family film, it means exactly the opposite. So
I
don't
mean,
ever trust
I
him.
could say that about Cats. You got
Oh
it
gosh, here we
rating.
go again about Cats.
See, he pesters me every time at work.
Oh my
Cat,
gosh.
Star Wars Episode 9, 8, and it goes on and on and on and
Oh, and
on.
I try to get people to see the Minion movie. Those are technically family films.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
So
Are
that
you
is,
Minion from
yeah,
Despicable Me?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know some people that really find them annoying.
What is? Have you guys heard of Earthbound?
You mean the video game?
It's not the video game. It's a movie.
Let me see. That's not
I wonder if this is where it was based from, because when did
No.
the game come out?
The game was originally called Mother in Japan.
Yeah.
They just changed the name to localize it for the West.
Okay, so this film came out. It's got, to be honest, it's got a UFO on the picture, but it
sort of
came
crashed
out.
into Earth or something.
Yeah, it came
It's
out
a
in
comedy sci-fi. They call it.
It didn't get the best ratings. Got like a 4.7. Let me see. Oh, I jumped all the way up to January.
You can do a search for slasher, or you can do a search for horror.
Well, I also
makes
pulled
it
up.
really easy to find them if that's what you're specifically wanting to talk about.
Well, I mean, I was pulling up all TV shows too. Like, I got some televisions here.
No, I have a question. Was one of the Spider-Man cartoons, didn't they, and I may be getting this mixed up with another one, wasn't there one where he was with the Thing, and was it a robot, or they were going to have the Human Torch, and then they took the Human Torch out?
One of the Spider-Man cartoons?
There was one, there was a rumor with one of the Spider-Man cartoons that they wanted the Human Torch in the cartoon, but they were afraid kids were going to emulate the Human Torch.
Oh.
By trying to set themselves on fire.
Oh, jeez.
So they took it. I think they took him out and they put a robot. I can't remember which cartoon it was.
Well, it can't be Spider-Man and his amazing friends because they put Firestar.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure because I am only vaguely aware of the Spider-Man cartoons. I didn't really watch them a whole lot. I saw them every once in a while.
Well,
So
yeah, some of these shows that went on through 81, they started like in the 70s and made their way up into the 80s, and there's a bunch. I mean, obviously, Friends went through until I think 85 or so.
Friends? What?
Friends, yeah, the DC movie cartoon.
90s.
No, the DC cartoon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was confused a little bit by that too because there was a show named called Friends, Arturo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A pretty popular show.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a Lewis and Clark show on NBC. Yeah, I can't really say much about TV shows. I mean, there was Saturday Night Live. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what anything big in Saturday Night Live. And then, Mom, you were growing up in 81 without really a television.
Yeah, I was aware. The start. MTV was 81 was the start of MTV.
Corey, if you're able, I'm sending you an invite because you have more knowledge.
He's busy.
I know he's busy, but in case he's got time.
You've already sent him an invite.
Well, yeah, he could technically join in on the team chat.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. 1981 was the start of MTV. I did not realize it was that old, though there's no reason for me not to realize that because MTV has been around forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
was better back then.
Yeah, because they had better music videos back then.
Oh,
yeah. And that's what they focused on. was music. But now they do things like they play. They have I think that's where Teen Wolf aired, was MTV.
Yeah.
Huh.
The series, yeah, MTV.
There's actually a movie here called Death Hunt. Have you guys heard of Death Hunt?
I have heard of that, but I couldn't tell you what it's about now.
It's set somewhere Yukon territory in 1931. Have you seen that movie, Mom or Matt?
Oh yeah. It has oh wow, okay. I have seen it.
Oh, it's got that guy.
It's got Carl Weathers in it, the guy who plays in The Mandalorian. And he also played in Predator, and he played in Rocky, and it has Charles Bronson in it and Lee Marvin.
Yeah, I thought I did see you watch that. Like, what, it has something to do with a train?
No, I don't think it's the one about the train. The one about the train has the main actor, his wife played in that with him. So this one is about a Royal Canadian Mounted Police who goes after a bad guy.
Okay.
Pretty sure it doesn't have a train on it.
Now, another movie I've seen here is King of the Mountain. Has anybody seen that?
I don't recognize that one.
Neither do I. I can't think.
Are you just going through the alphabet? Is that what you're doing? Oh,
I'm just going around.
Arturo. Escape from New York came out in 1981.
Oh yeah.
Escape. Oh wait, I thought it came out in '89.
No.
Okay,
no.
So Escape from New York. Okay, I didn't. Now that's a film I wouldn't mind watching. I know, Mom, you don't really care much about it.
It's not my favorite.
Tell me why.
It just I guess because there's been so much hype about it, and it's been so just like it's just the greatest, so good, and it's just been Snake Plissken and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I watch it, and I just felt like it was just meh. That's kind of
even though it's John Carpenter.
Even though it's John Carpenter, and maybe it was because I had gone so long without ever seeing it. And so I had built it up in my head that it was just going to be just spectacular and amazing. And it was okay. Mm-hmm. I don't really hate it. I'm just not in love with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always have built, I've now tried to not build up this anticipation of something that I'm either going to watch, I'm going to play. Like when I got into the Silent Hill series, I got the first one. I was a little iffy about it just because I didn't really know what to do in the game. Because you basically go and do stuff. You have to do stuff and figure stuff out yourself. But I actually enjoyed that game. And then when I got the second one, I tried not to be hyped up about it, even though I was all into it. Because I, like you, Mom, with Escape from New York.
Well,
I didn't want my anticipation to kind of go up and then go all the way down. So I just, I kind of kept it to a minimal when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, to me, it feels a little different. Like when you say anticipation about something, I think about things like, how I was really eagerly anticipating Terminator Dark Fate. Mm-hmm. Because, but with Escape from New York, it wasn't necessarily that I had this high anticipation, because if I had high anticipation about it, I would have really gone out of my way to watch it much sooner than I did. Mm-hmm. What I mean is, it had just been built up in my mind like it was supposed to be so great.
Well, see, that was the same thing with me and Silent Hill. I try not to build it up in my mind as something, like a lot of people made a big deal out of it. But I know how people
are obsessed with it. Now you really like it.
Yeah, so, but see, but when I was going to play it,
you just went in kind of with no expectations.
Yeah, because people blow things out of proportion about something being so great. Yeah. And then when I see it myself, I'm like, it was okay or it was good, but it wasn't to the height, That's how I feel.
But people do the opposite as well.
Yeah, some people will bash something, but then it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Like certain movies that maybe came out last year.
Okay, Matt.
Here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
We're jumping 30 years in the future.
I'm just saying, expectation. Don't build it up to being too good or too bad.
I think a lot of people agreed that it was bad. I'm Matt Rice. Didn't you see that awful film?
Which one? Because I was not suggested to any of them.
Well, the one that Matt Air is saying, the you know what one.
I mean, I may be talking about Cats.
Oh,
that's exactly what you're talking about.
No, the thing was he was supposed to get it at the theater, and then we were gonna go see it. He was gonna force me to go see it, and I was like, if I'm going, Mike's going too. So
Mike did end up seeing that movie, and he said it was bad.
Yeah, I know. That's why he said he was gonna see it with me, but he was going to try and just make fun of it this time.
Yeah, Ricardo.
Ricardo had made a couple comments. He mentioned Raiders, which we did talk about, and I knew that about Escape from New York. That
being Kojima is a big fan. Of that film. It was
but inspired. You know what? Also, the character of Snake in Metal Gear wasn't one of the early concepts for Snake, based on Michael Bihn's character of Kyle Reese in the Terminator.
I think
I saw a picture.
I know that was a US release.
That may have been the NES one.
Yeah, it was the NES one.
Okay.
But I will note that Kojima did take a lot of inspiration from, the entertainment realm. I think Terminator may have been Terminator. There was a reference in the second game with the lightning and Snake appearing. That was a reference to Terminator.
Okay. I think you told me that before one
and
time.
Snake Plissken in Escape from New York.
Yeah.
In the second game, Snake, he has to go with an alias. And he uses the alias name Plissken.
Oh,
so Kojima's a big, pop culture fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
And same with the Silent Hill team too. They took a lot of inspiration from Stephen King's work.
Here we go back to Silent Hill again.
Yeah,
I think he's a little upset. We drive through fog, and he says, "Oh, it's like Silent Hill."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't forget about that fog. Now there's Matt. Do you have any animes from '81? I know the Gundam films came out in '81.
No, it was 80. It was around
because see, that's weird because I was looking out those films up, and I was seeing it was 81 for two of them, and then 82 the next year. But I don't know.
I may have gotten that mixed up, and they may have gotten pushed. I always thought they were 1980. But they made in 81 and 82.
What I saw was the show in 79. The last few episodes ended in 1980 in January.
Yeah, it's a little mixed, and some of the dating can be kind of off sometimes.
Yeah,
especially if it gets right over here, or if it's they do a lot with it in Italy.
Oh, they did.
So I may have gotten the dates wrong. With those, I'm trying. There was that Frankenstein thing I sent you.
The anime one?
Yeah, there was apparently a Frankenstein kids anime.
Oh yeah, you were
done in 1981.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's one of those obscure, like you would find it like maybe on Amazon, and it would go under like a different name. Because Amazon has like, what is it like, Little Home on the Prairie or something did an anime. There's like a Daddy's Long Legs anime and stuff from like the early 80s.
What was it?
I'm doing a search. I'm finding something on Vimeo, Frankenstein anime 1981. And it's on Vimeo.
Mm-hmm. Vimeo? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
now
it's actually looks like it's pretty long, like an hour and 50-some minutes.
Must have been a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a. Whoa, sorry. I don't know if you can hear that. I turned it on.
I did hear something.
Sorry. Oh, you know what? It looks like it might be a rip from TV because it's showing the what looks like commercials.
Oh.
So yeah, it's really like an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay. That's interesting. I can't leave it in the. Let me see. Was going to try to leave it in the private chat. Oh yeah, I think I can.
Let me see.
So there you go.
Yeah, I'm curious to see for myself. Now, Matt, like they're saying here, March 14th, Mobile Suit Gundam.
I could have gotten those mixed up. I usually they just say the 80s films. So
they got go ahead. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was just saying they got a lot. I was looking through, the list of anime of 81. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with most of these. There's Space Warrior Blades. No, Space Warrior Baldios.
Some of them I may get confused with because if they got released over here, the names may have been changed. Kind of like how when they brought over Yamato, they were calling it Star Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's it's Battlecruiser Yamato, Starship Yamato. I know
Ghost
arc Captain Harlock series came out around then.
81.
Around 81, it may have been 82.
Hey, Mom. Apparently, since I'm streaming, it's I think affecting my sister's streaming. At least what she's told me. I don't know what's up with that.
She is still streaming. Goodness.
Yeah, she's been streaming for hours now.
It's like 4 in the afternoon, I think.
Yeah, she's been streaming for a long time.
Oh, geez.
There was something else here that Little Woman, Matt. Have you heard of that one?
It's one of those where they did a based off a book series animes. I haven't specifically seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are on Amazon.
Corey, are you there?
Can you hear me, buddy?
Oh,
I can.
Hold on, I was looking at another tab.
I might be here for a few minutes.
You got on another break?
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have joined earlier if I would have known it would be like this, but...
Yeah, you were telling me.
What movie are you watching?
Home Alone 2.
Oh,
jeez. Yeah. The best one. But, what was I going to say? Okay, Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's already been covered. Yeah. I feel like everything's probably been covered. I talked about MTV really quickly.
Yep.
Evil Dead, The Burning, Halloween 2, Friday 2. I think that's all I needed to say.
Do you know any shows of 81?
I don't. That's why I said MTV. I don't know shows like that.
Yeah.
Is that what MASH? Did MASH end then?
MASH.
I remember talking about that in the first 80s thing we talked about, but
I thought it was still going on.
Okay, maybe it was.
Okay, now hold on. It started in 72, so maybe it did end in 81. Let me look it up real quick.
It's early 80s, I know, but I don't know.
Oh, there was one show going on still.
83. It ended in 83.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's Magnum. Magnum was still going through 81.
Yeah, I don't know of any that started.
Started in 81, yeah.
I mean, I personally don't. I don't know TV shows that well. I mean, I do, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
Okay. Dynasty.
Oh, well, that's
Dynasty.
Big.
Hill Street Blues. I remember that show. Yeah, they got a whole list of 1981 in American television.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a bunch of, but I've not seen.
Okay.
Only one.
Halloween made its broadcast network television premiere the same day. Okay. So here's a little bit of trivia about Halloween too.
Yeah.
So you probably know this, Corey.
I don't know.
Okay, so this was probably when I saw it actually, because it came on TV. I might be wrong, but what happened is it premiered on TV the same day that Halloween 2 came out. And so when they were going to put it on TV, it had to be edited, but it also had to fill up 2 hours worth, I think, because of the time slot. And then, so what they did is when when they were filming Halloween 2, they filmed some scenes with Jamie Lee Curtis, some extra scenes with Jamie Lee and also Donald Pleasance. It was like filler scenes that they filmed to go into the TV version of Halloween. And one of the scenes was,
okay, I do know that now.
When she's at the house with her friends and she.
Oh no, Mom, you froze.
Oh, no.
I'm not frozen on mine.
There you go.
What am I? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So what was the scene? I know one scene is with Donald
when
Pleasance
she's in the robe and she's got a towel on.
Okay.
Her head. Oh. The reason she had the towel on is because her hair was not normal. It wasn't right. Now she wore a wig in Halloween too, but I think when they filmed that scene, they put her hair in a towel because the wig would have been super noticeable, or maybe she just wasn't wearing it when they did that filming.
Yeah.
And then another one was when Donald Pleasance goes in and he talks to the people at the mental place about. And then I think another one was when he goes into Michael's room and he's talking to him, and Michael's just staring out the window or staring at the wall or something like that.
Okay, I did know that, but I forgot that I knew that.
Yeah, I thought that was. I just saw that when I was looking at the thing.
But I didn't know it. Yeah, I didn't know it released on that day.
I didn't either until I read that, but I knew that they did that, and they put it on TV, and it was kind of like a promo for the second movie. But I did not realize it was the exact same day.
I didn't either.
I thought it was because they had to cut some content out of the film.
Yeah, they cut content, but they also wanted to add more stuff in to give it enough space for the time slot. Another thing was that this is completely jumping ship, you guys, but from that subject, but the Incredible Hulk was just suddenly canceled in November of '81. So
really?
It was apparently a surprise. It was canceled immediately. Luke and Laura, which was a very popular, they were very popular soap opera characters on General Hospital. They had the big wedding. Remember, Mom?
What did you say was canceled? What was the first show you said canceled?
The Incredible Hulk.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
Didn't I also start the wave of like the couple of the Incredible Hulk TV movies that came after that?
Yeah, they came afterwards in the 80s. Yep,
and
that's
did
right.
They bring Thor into that?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
He appeared in the show.
No, he wasn't in the show. It was a movie.
Yeah.
Oh no! Well, no, he did appear in one of the episodes in the '70s before the films. I remember that because
I don't think it was the same character though. It was the same guy.
I thought it was Thor because he had he looked like the guy with blonde hair. I don't know.
HBO started also that in 1981.
Oh, really?
Wasn't '80s Thor more like a surfer kind of dude? Did they change his personality or something?
You mean in the Incredible Hulk movie?
Yeah.
He did look, if I can recall, like I said, in the show, he looked kind of like that, like a surfing dude.
Might be right. I don't know.
Arturo, I don't see anything about him being in. Maybe
this guy picked up a hammer and brought Thor. That's what I remember. But it was Thor. They did have Thor in the movie, the 1988 movie. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but it was. I thought it was in the series itself. I don't know. We're kind of jumping to the 70s right now.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We're talking about 81.
This was actually in 80. That was the Incredible Hulk Returns. That was also the episode, I do believe, where Daredevil made his appearance. Yeah, but that's all the way back in 8.
I was already mentioning this, but Magnum was still going.
Yeah.
In 81, I think season 2?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure the season.
I mean, you've seen all of it.
I have, but I don't remember the year that's.
You were there. You were there.
I wasn't watching it. I actually wasn't watching it at the time. I was aware of the show, and sometimes I would see it at Grandma's house, And then when I lived, I love that theme song. when I lived with Grandma, it was in reruns by then. When I lived in college,
I do want to watch that show.
You will like it. You'll like the show.
I think if we ever go back up to Salem, we need to like sit down and watch it.
Well,
actually, Matt, do you have that show?
Many episodes long.
No, I don't. The shows I tried to grab, one, and I forgot I mentioned this for the last video because I didn't realize it was 1980, was Shogun.
Oh,
it was a mini series.
Yeah, I recognize the name of that show.
And it's 9 hours. I have that, and then I have some stuff jumping to like the 90s. Like I said in one of the videos with Jag, they took out some of the episodes on CBS. So the only way you can watch the full seasons is if you actually go out and buy them.
Okay.
Some copyright issues and stuff. So,
well, Matt, I was going to actually bring this up because this is an anime that came out in '81. Go Shogun. Have you heard of that one?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've seen. I may have seen an episode. I would have to look it up.
Hold on, I could post it right in the private chat. There we go. Did someone make a comment? Oh yeah. No, never mind. That was me. See, now this is funny. I thought we would have a lot to talk about in '81, but I'm running out of ideas now. I mean, we had so much to talk about in '80. Surprisingly, I thought that would be a bleak year.
Well, you had. I think
we lost.
Song came out in '81.
Oh, games.
Yeah, but that's
games.
Well, yeah, but this was the subject for the films and the shows.
I was just gonna throw out because Donkey Kong's pretty universal.
Yeah.
The games, but that and Mario,
mm-hmm.
Those are pretty, I guess, universal characters.
Yeah, that was the start of it all.
Have you talked about music, or was this just films? Or
no, we haven't
films and shows, but
too much about music, except for like when you mentioned MTV.
Yeah.
Well, what music came out in '81?
Well, I think the song of the year was like Betty Davis Eyes. I think.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Endless Love was next.
They're probably like
Jesse's
9 to
Girl?
5.
Wow. Jesse's Girl.
What's that one?
Yeah.
The theme from The Greatest American Hero.
I think Duran Duran's first album came out, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was '81, and '82 is Rio, I think. But I think '81 was their self-titled.
Okay, well, if it was it looks like they didn't have a song that broke the top 100 because I just looked and I didn't see them.
I think you had I guess because they were so new, I don't think they were like that popular yet. But I think Girls on Film. I think Girls on Film was on that album, and that might have been their biggest song on the album.
Michael Jackson.
The James Bond theme song was in the top 100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How did that one go?
For your eyes only. That's all I can tell you.
It
was Sheena Easton. It was Sheena Easton who sang that, and she was kind of big-ish in the 80s.
I think the song that I don't really care for, In the Air Tonight, that might have been '81. That was pretty big.
That's right. You were saying. Let me see.
I think it was '81.
Well, it's not coming up. I'm looking for this.
Could be wrong.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Dr. Slump?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that came out in '81.
They did crossovers later on with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they did that with Dragon Ball Super. Apparently, they made a reference to it being an '80s gag manga or something like that.
Yeah. But even before that, if you go back with the original Dragon Ball, there's entire episodes where the little robot girl shows up.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I just know that she made an appearance in the show. Now most of the animes that came out were distributed by Toei Animation.
Yeah.
That was a big year.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, did the Cats play come out in? I know it was like
we go.
80s, early 80s. Was that in?
He keeps
81?
coming back around to Cats. Let me see.
Yeah, I want people to see. No one gave the movie a chance.
Come on, Matt. Okay,
I mean, there were people that gave it
out in 1980.
Okay.
Okay.
So but it was still going in 81.
It would have been, because it was really pretty long running.
Yeah.
And Corey left. No.
Corey's like, I'm out of here. I've had it enough with the.
You scared him away, Matt.
No. I mean, if you guys agree to see it, I probably will stop talking about
it. I'm not watching
What's up,
I am not watching that movie.
Matt, I gave you my condition. Need it.
Only if it comes. Well, I mean, Matt, probably the only way it would come. Oh, there he comes. The only way it would come back is if you had a private showing.
No, I asked about that. They said no.
Yeah,
I tried. I already tried.
I can't help but laugh at that one.
Cats. Man, so no superhero cartoons that we can think of except for maybe the show Friends. I don't know any cartoons from 81. I
think they're the Spider-Man
show Friends.
Super Friends. He keeps saying it wrong. Super Friends.
Okay. Super Friends. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends both came out in the same year.
In 81?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Mom or Matt?
Yeah, I used to see some episodes of that.
Yeah, I
have.
Was it any good?
It's weird.
Weird.
So if you like the 80s cheese, it's not very serious.
Okay.
Super Friends.
All right, yeah.
If we're talking about animation, The Fox and the Hound came out that year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? 81?
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I don't know how I didn't realize this till the other day or whenever it was, but Corey Feldman was the voice in there.
Huh?
Was he?
Yeah, there was somebody else big in there, I think.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wait, whose actor is
his first big role that I could think of?
Oh wow. Okay, Archer Corey Feldman was in The Lost Boys as one of the Frog Brothers who said, "You take a steak and drive."
Yeah, like that must have been one of his first roles or big roles. I don't know. Because 81's pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Rooney. Oh, Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Copper. Mickey Rooney was in there. Okay, hold on. I'm not seeing.
Oh, did Kurt Russell play the guy that was trying to?
Snake. Oh, Copper. No, he was one. He was one of the hunting dogs. I'm not seeing Corey Feldman's name in here. Corey.
Yeah, I'm about positive.
1981.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah, okay, his name is showing up, but I'm not seeing. Oh,
he played the Fox,
okay.
Right?
He played the younger version of Copper. Kurt
Russell
played the older version.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty lengthy role in it.
By the way, I found some. Oh,
what?
Go ahead, Corey. No, sorry, go ahead.
Saying that movie's really not like, I guess for kids, it's. I watched it not too long ago. I mean, it's been a little while, but
it's sad.
Serious.
I watched it as a child.
It's good, but it's kind of sad.
I've seen. I think I don't even know if I watched it from beginning to end. I just remember watching some of it, and I know how it ends.
Yeah, it's not one you want to watch over and over. I mean, it's worth a watch once because it is pretty good.
I mean, I didn't think it wasn't a horrible ending, like nothing major. It's just that I don't want to give
friends. Well,
yeah, let's not give them away. For people that haven't seen the film, don't get discouraged. It's not that it ends bad,
right? And I think you might have to check on this center also, but this might have been the last feature Don Bluth would have worked on before he left to do his own studio.
Oh, The Fox and the Hound? Let me see.
I think he might have, or this was kind of like the last of some of those bigger animators from the heyday. This might have been about their last movie. But I'm not even sure if Don Bluth was on this one or not.
Oh, okay. I was looking to see.
Before he
was. He actually. Okay, yes, he actually was, and in in the Disney fandom wiki, it shows that this was the last one where he was the supervising animator.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I found.
I didn't know he worked on Escape to Witch Mountain.
Have you heard of a movie with Bill Murray?
He worked on Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, really?
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I did not realize.
Don Bluth did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
He was uncredited. He was an in-between artist. He was uncredited for actually a few films.
Yeah, he must have been very young during Sleeping Beauty.
Well, that was 59. So
yeah.
Okay, sorry, Arturo, I interrupted you.
How do I pronounce this?
You're probably talking about Stripes.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Bill Murray.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
I saw it. It's okay. I wasn't super impressed with it, but then I'm not really super into comedies.
Right.
And I don't remember. Maybe I don't remember if it was more serious in nature or not. I don't recall.
Let's see. There's Heaven's Gate. Oh wait, wait. Why does it say 1980, even though it's on the list of 81 films?
Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh, Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, I don't know why that's there. What about Nighthawks? Has anybody heard about Nighthawks?
No, I don't know.
No.
I saw that on the list, but I don't remember what it was about.
Let's see. We got Thief.
That was a Michael Caine movie, wasn't it?
Thief?
I think it was Michael Caine movie.
I'm Michael Caine.
Oh wait, no, that's with James Caan.
James Caan, but wasn't Michael Caine in it too?
I don't know.
All right,
where is that? I think I have that.
let me check.
Who did that? Was that like a Michael Mann directed? I don't know. Let me see.
It was a crime.
Yeah, Michael.
No, oh my goodness, Willie Nelson was in that thing. It's not showing Michael. Yeah, it shows him as being.
Oh yeah.
It's Michael not showing Mann. Michael Caine, but so I think I must be mixing it up with another movie where Michael Caine plays a thief. I think that's
Michael Mann directed it, but yeah, I don't think
Michael
Caine's in it.
No, Jim Belushi was in it. Wow,
right. I've not seen it forever.
Then there's another film here, Southern Comfort. It's a thriller.
I don't really.
Then there's an adventure 1981, Gallipoli.
Oh, Gallipoli or something, I think.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I figured it's a World War I film.
Huh. Okay, I may
because the title gives it away. Because that was actually, I think, that was a real battle that happened. Oh. Gonna have to check that one out.
Called Porky's, but I've not seen it in years.
Happy birthday!
It's not a family-friendly movie.
Okay.
And neither is Porky's 2.
None
of the Porky's are family-friendly movies, y'all.
What about Happy Birthday to Me?
Might be a slasher.
I don't know what this is. Yeah,
it's a mystery.
Oh.
The Watcher in the Woods.
Interesting titles. What is?
Oh wait, that's an 80 one. What about? Oh wait, we've talked about Blowout. Fort Apache, the Bronx.
Fort Apache.
Yeah. What is that one about?
I don't know. I haven't seen that. Oh, Sylvester Stallone was in Nighthawks. Huh. Oh, and Rutger Hauer.
Sob.
Don't recognize that.
No.
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Otto.
Yeah.
There's a movie that I watched recently that was in 1981, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
That was in 81?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen that
miniseries?
No. Oh, it was a miniseries.
Yeah.
What was it about?
Well, no, yeah.
What was it about?
You'd have to ask Matt. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, I know the miniseries is slightly different than the Disney movie they did a few years ago. And when they did it, it was supposed to be a radio drama originally in the 70s. Then the radio drama was adapted into a movie. Then it was adapted into a show, and then it was readapted into a different radio drama.
A lot of adaptions.
And then it was supposed to be a movie, but the creator died, even though they claimed he worked on the movie.
Well, if he worked on part of it, I guess.
That's what they say, but it's a sci-fi comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I would take a look at it. I like old TV shows like that. So if you like the weirder, older stuff, it's British.
It's a British show, right?
Yep.
Another film that, Mom, you've had this on, and Corey actually has the VHS of this, The Prowler.
Oh yeah.
That came out in 1981.
Yeah, I saw that on the list.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it.
I remember what happens in the end.
I don't even remember what happened.
It's a horror. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, it's got a World War II reference. That's for sure. My favorite thing.
Oh yeah, isn't that the one where it starts off in the 40s or 50s or something? And isn't that a soldier?
40s.
Okay.
Mom, okay. World War II happened in the 40s or late 30s.
I know, but I mean, I couldn't remember if it started off in the 50s where the bad guy or whatever was someone that had been in the war.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact years, but it started off at.
But it actually came out the same month as Halloween 2, but several weeks before Halloween 2. Probably why it didn't. I don't know if it did well. I mean, it's got okay ratings. I mean, it looks interesting. You've watched it, or you've had it watched, or you had it on.
I don't remember how that ends. There's so many horror movies that I just play and I just let them play and I don't even remember how they end. It's just I like it playing.
Some of the stuff you have on, it just shows so much stuff. I'm like,
I know.
I
know. Especially on like Shudder or something.
If Javier or Welly, or even if our little cousins were in the house and they came in and saw something,
I don't play it while our little. My nephew's in their house. I don't play it when that's happening.
This says 78. I don't know why. It says You Are Not Alone, a romance movie. But why do they have that in 81? That makes no sense.
I don't recognize that. But no. I don't really gravitate towards romance movies.
Did we mention My Bloody Valentine?
I mentioned it.
Yeah.
That was the one that they remade with the dude from Supernatural.
Then there's something else here. The Graduation Day, I mean.
I don't recognize that.
That's a horror.
The Smurfs came out in 81.
Oh, the Smurfs. I remember them.
I think they used to play that on Cartoon Network sometimes, and I would see it.
The Smurfs?
Yeah.
It had 200 episodes, so.
Yeah.
Wow, Elliot told me that she streamed for 6 hours and got like 10 subs.
Yeah, she's up in the 70s now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I can't even gain any subs here.
Oh, she says she ran into her first ever asshole. Okay.
Whatever.
You know what you do with them? You ignore them.
Yeah.
This was weird though, because I was getting these dislikes from my sister's video that she allowed me to put on my channel, and some of that video has gone from the weirdest stuff, dislikes disappearing, then appearing, then now the comments are removed for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
I have no idea what is going. But surprisingly, Mom, that my video has actually gained more views than Olivia's, and I don't know why.
I'm not sure.
But the whole video, I think, is cursed.
Yeah, she's got several dislikes on her own version of it too.
No, she has more likes than dislikes.
I said she has several dislikes as well. Like there's a lot of people that disliked it as well. So, and I think that's just maybe because of the video, like the reveal or what it's about, or maybe someone's salty over the subject matter. I don't know.
But mine's always been acting weird since I uploaded it.
Yeah, that's weird that the comments disappear. That happens sometimes with YouTube. It's really strange. I don't know why.
But I have learned that people just make bot accounts and just dislike everything they can.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. And aren't they also doing that with PlayStation 5 now, where people are buying it up with a bunch of bots?
They really.
I thought someone literally sold. Yeah, my sister was telling me this. Someone listed a PS5, and they wanted to test this. They wanted to see if people could if they actually read or take the time to read the description. They were selling this PS5 picture. The picture for $500.
Oh wow!
They thought it was the PS5 because they didn't.
Did they put? Oh yeah, and they would have put in the description that it was just the picture, not the actual console. But people weren't.
No, I think that was.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I've done that before. I mean, Matt, I told you that time I bought a Blood Blockade Battlefront, the second season, without looking in the description, and it only came with the Blu-ray DVDs. The DVDs were missing.
With those, there are different sets. That one anime gave you, that has the first 13 episodes, and it has the DVDs and the Blu-rays. When I rebought it, that had the entire series, it only came with the Blu-ray. So with those, it's a little different than putting a picture on there and saying PS5.
It is.
Yeah. Does anybody else have anything to talk about it? 1981? Can't really think of anything else.
That was when Reagan was shot.
Well, yeah. Did get shot.
I mean, that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But not really necessarily something in entertainment.
And then he made that famous speech. Missed me.
Oh, yeah.
Pop missed me.
Yeah.
That was like months after, I think.
Yeah, he was pretty quick-witted, Reagan.
Yeah, what a legend. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a lot here. I thought there would be more.
Well,
I mean,
there is
we found
a lot.
some stuff. Yeah, found some stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, the biggest thing of this year was Indiana Jones, and maybe the Gundam stuff, because it's showing some of the Gundam stuff.
What year did The Empire Strikes Back come out?
80.
That was 80. Okay, 80. All right. So that was 3 years after. Okay, there were 3. It was every 3 years that they had a Star Wars. 77, 80, 83.
And the holiday special was in between.
Well, we're not counting. That wasn't a theatrical.
I know.
We're not going to count that.
He does it every time.
I know he's always got to insert it. I mean,
I've only seen it because of JonTron. He made a video about that.
It's so painful.
Look, we should have a tally every time he does that.
Right? Make bets.
Tally board, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I will show you the Evil Dead, Arturo.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so maybe some more too.
I will show you the unrated version of that one and Evil Dead 2.
I get.
I've actually seen the remake one, so I'm good.
Yeah, the remake was good, but the originals with Bruce Campbell are the best.
So Arturo, the guy who plays in the Evil Dead, he played in one of the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, really?
One of the Tobey Maguire Spider. He was the usher, or whatever that guy was. Was he in all of them?
I think he was. I think he had a cameo in the all three Sam Raimi.
Yeah, because there was Sam Raimi. That's right. That didn't even occur to me. But the only one I remember him playing in was where he was the like the asshole. I don't know, like the usher or the guy at the door and wouldn't let him in to the theater or wherever. I remember him in that. But also, Arturo, he played in that movie where he's supposed to be Elvis in a nursing home. That's the guy who played in The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
What about that one? I don't know if it was 81 that this came out. I was going to ask you this, Mom, but remember that TV movie with the guy that played the uncle in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? He played in that TV movie that was set in Africa during World War II. Do you remember that one?
No.
It had a picture of him, some guy, and a key with a Nazi symbol on it.
Rebecca.
Yeah,
I thought that was. Let me see. Hold on.
I mean, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking, did it come out in 81?
I think the book came out in 80 because I remember. I remember noticing it when we were talking about 80, but I cannot remember if we actually talked about it. But I think I did bring it up during the discussion. But the TV movie actually didn't come out until 1985.
Okay, so we're jumping a few years.
Yeah, just a few.
I was kind of close, though.
Well, you were like 4 years off.
Well, no, the book came out in 80.
80, yeah, the book came out. That was a really good book. I love that book.
What about the show?
I have not ever finished watching the show because, I feel like it won't do justice to the actual book, but I really should watch it at some point. I do have it.
Yeah. And Matt, do you not have any other animes to talk about?
Nothing's really popping into my head right now. I would have to go back and check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that might be just a wrap because I've run out of some stuff to talk about. There's some movies that I haven't even really seen in 81, except for Indiana Jones, which was the biggest hit of that year. It's number one box office wise.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah. So obviously the next episode we're going to talk about 1982, which hopefully it may have even more stuff that I've seen, but then again, the only thing I can think of in my head is The Thing from 82.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it was that year. I don't always remember the years of those films.
But I guess we'll find out because we're learning stuff at the same time. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of fun to go down through the list and be, oh, that's the year that came out.
Oh, this is so and so and that.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
And I didn't know. Well, I wasn't really familiar about toy animation being around that long ago.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of studios that have been around for a long time.
They're just one of the oldest companies. Anyways, I'll end the broadcast.